Welcome everybody to a stream of Spacechem. I've been promising this for a while now, and as we are in between major Let's Plays here on the stream and no other games I want to be streaming right now, I figure we might as well get this going. And this is going to be an interesting one. If you've somehow missed this game, Spacechem is essentially a programming or a logic programming based puzzle game disguised as a chemistry game, if that makes any sense. This was kind of the first big game from Zachtronics, one that blew up for them, and this is going to be a tricky one. I checked before I loaded this up that only less than 4% of the people who own Spacechem have actually managed to beat this, and I know I will not be that. So normally with these games I tend to prefer to solve them on my own and not get hints and such from chat. For this game I am hereby requesting them because I know we're going to get stumped very easily. Also, unlike my recent streams where I've been cutting the videos up, this is going to be left unedited because I don't know how long it's going to be, and I don't think there's enough modern day interest on the channel to make it worth it to split it up. No, not 40%, 4% have been in this game. Oh, great. Oh, thanks, Elgordo. Don't count on you for hints. You're the one who's been pushing me to play this. Oh, that's great. Oh, boy. This is one of those games where if you know what you're doing, you can get through it very quickly. If not, you are going to get stumped fast. So I figure we'll try to spend like one stream on it, or we'll try and maybe do this like as a once a week stream of the other games. We'll see again what the interest level is in all this. So our mission is we need to clear each planet. The best I've gotten to is planet 4. So not that far. Here's our story. We're working at the Spacechem company that's all about shipping resources and elements around. Oh boy. So this is the basic tutorial. I know they're just trying to go through the basics. E square can contain, yep. Right now it's trying to teach us the basics. The idea is we need to take the inputs over on this side and get the requested outputs over here. Now again, for those of you watching this, it looks very simple, right? It's going to get a lot more complicated than that. Here's the histogram to show how people have done. Starts off all innocently and simple. Anything this game is tricky. We haven't gotten to stuff like Shenzhen IO. Oh goodness. Now what we can do to speed this up want to try and get fancy here. So repeats that. Input. Red interacts with red, blue interacts with blue. Oh, XP should be useful and he's not here. Great. Wait a minute. Let's try rotating that. So what was the problem? Ah. Move that down. So what I'm trying to do is get a little bit more creative with this. We'll move this down here. This should, in theory, work. Take two. As you can see, we're going to be here a while. Drop to there. And... basically, we'll always place him in the position over here. Now, why is this causing trouble? Ah. As you can see, that's where the problem is. They're going... Come on, do it. There's gotta be a way of speeding this along. Now eventually we should be able to get some... What's the command to delete? There you go. So just so we're not stuck here, we can just do that. But we could also use less cycles by having more working. So for this one, as you can see, the trick is this goes to here, this goes to there. But if the two molecules interact, it will act as a failure. So we're going to do this. Now this doesn't matter. We can place it anywhere we want. That's just a guideline. Okay, drop, output. Oh yeah, the sync command. That's one that I was looking for. This lets you basically queue up an action. Meanwhile, I don't think this is going to work, but we'll see. Just as I thought. Where is the problem? Now I should be able to solve this with a sync. So what's going to happen is this is going to wait, and it won't start moving until the other one has completed its process. Ah, but there's the problem. I need to... Nope. There we go. And we solved it. But not with the less amount of symbols. Oh boy. This is when we get some tricky stuff. It's time to actually start creating. So I'm gonna go here. I can't. Wait, can I move these? Yes, I can. Sync them both up. Doesn't matter what color we use. Yeah, as you can see down there. Okay. So let's go through this and you can see what's going to happen. It's going to grab it, it's going to wait, drop. As long as one's connected, when the bond gets attached, it will pull the other one. So using the sync basically guarantees that the two Waldos will be obviously synchronized together. Alright, let's fast forward. And again, we could probably do something crazy with that. Let's give it a little another story. We're probably into some more complexity. So now, once again, we need to combine hydrogen and chloride. We don't want to do that. Let's move this out of the way. We'll have to do the same task, pretty much. This will grab the H. Input B, grab. This will drop it. That will activate the bond. Or actually, it'll be easier to do it like this. And then we come back up here. And hopefully this worked. As long as the atom or the compound is in the output field, it's good. How the hell did someone do this with less than 100 cycles? And now we have to remove bonds. So what we can do... let's see. Alright, so that's going to rotate like that. That's good. We'll need to use a sync here. actually. Sink that. Grab and drop. Go back over here. Drop. Output. Let's see if this worked. Oh, no, no, no. Getting that rotation right is going to be the death of me, I think. Alright, so that will sync. Now they each have a fluoride. And that should solve it. Well, not bad. We're not in the far end of the pool, so that's nice. Now, that was the end of the first planet, but it's going to get a lot more tricky than that. Allure saying, is this kind of like abstract Factorio? A little bit. This is more about figuring out the automation logic, I guess. Alright, now for the fun part. Alright, now we're going to get into some of the more free-form puzzles. We need to double bond oxygen. So this will grab it. There's two ways to do this. We could crisscross with one Waldo, get them both in place, and then go from there. Or we try and combine them both at the same time. Oh boy. So it doesn't matter the actual position as long as the two bonds are in place. Let's see, hopefully this will work. So that inputs A. That's going to grab it again. Sync command will activate. Sync, sync, go back. That locks it back up. I have no idea if this will work. This counts as a suffering 3. Oh yeah, this game can make your head overheat easily. What was the problem? Alright. Oh, wait. Put that there. Now he's waiting. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. We need 2 sinks, possibly. So then... we shouldn't need that one. Yeah, a lot of this is just about iterative design, too. Being able to do 2 commands like this, or 2 paths in a single space, is very important to pick up. So now, he's going to wait right there. Good, and we're done. Ugh. Definitely not the best circumstance, though. Now what? Alright, so now we're dealing with 3. Again, if we wanted to be very clever, we could combine both Waldos. And you can also set them up anywhere you want. So we may attempt that. Again, now it's going to require 3. Okay, input A, grab. See if this will work. I'll place a sink here. Grab and drop. One, two, three. And then another sink should time them back up. Oh wait, this needs to be red. Grab, drop, output. This is probably not going to work. One, two, three. We need a refresh sink here to time everything back up. There we go. Oh, no, no, no. There we go. That should do it. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got it. Well, I'm decidedly average. That may be good enough for a game like this. And for those of you watching this for the very first time, and you're thinking that this is all there is, oh no, there's more. There's so much more to do here. Alright, so it's going to print out carbon monoxide, which we then have to break up. Oh yeah, this is one of those games that we may only be able to play this like an hour at a time. Because this is one of those games that if I was a computer, my head would be overheating, I think, trying to figure this stuff out. Alright, so we need to double break those bonds. I got it, I think. Okay. Oop. Wrong one. I hope we have the right input going too, just saying. I always get those directions confused too. Oh yeah, I know about that. Elgato, I beat you to it. I already recorded the industry insight about the microtransactions with Shadow of War. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a sink. Whoever gets there first. My mind is going through different solutions right now. Yeah, and this is not the... I'm kind of glad we're doing this like on the weekend when everyone else is probably busy doing other stuff. Because this is one of those games that's probably not the best for streaming. Because a lot of it's just going to be me sitting here mulling it over. So we place this here. He comes over here and gets synced. So that comes there. Break those bonds. Bonds get broken. This will... Then we'll sync it up here. He'll grab it. One, two, that's broken. that work? Let's try it. Okay, so that's going to go here, here. One, two. Grab it again. Actually, we can tighten this up. There we go. Oop. There we go. I'll put that. Grab an output. And I'm sure this will work. There we go. Being able to sync the Waldos up is critical for advanced play. Almost out of the average, so that's not bad. For those of you watching this, I guess here's a question I have for you. Whether if you've played this before or if you've just seen footage. Actually, probably play as would be better. Which one of the Zachtronics games did you most gravitate towards? Either this, Infinite Factory, or Shenzhen IO / TIS 100, since they're both very similar. I think for me, I think Infinite Factory was the easiest for me to grasp the concepts, just because I'm a visual learner. Now we get to the fun part, the macro level thought. We're going to learn how to move resources around now. So how this works is you can cross over each other. Now that didn't seem too hard, but keep one thing in mind. We're going to be putting stuff into those reactors soon, designing the path inside the reactors, and then designing where they go outside. Something about fish cake. Ugh. Fish cakes, that. Yeah, so now we have to design the notes and design what's inside of them. So we're going to set up a reactor. And the idea is wherever we plug them in is where they're going to appear. And then wherever we put as the output is going to be what's going to come out of it, basically. So I'm going to move hydrogen here. Move the chloride here. So when we click on this reactor, now we're back in the puzzle. Now it tells us what's coming. But we can put notes as well. There you go. So I can have an idea of what's going to be showing up. So we're trying to make hydrogen chloride. just want to see something here. Do a single. Oh, that's very good. So now I can see what we're going to try and output. And we also have to wait for the resource to get into the place as well. Oop. B. Same deal. Now we don't have to follow this exactly where it goes. How many levels do the macro go? It basically goes to the reactor level, at least from what I've seen. But they're going to start throwing in some more things you have to do at that level. Alright, so this is going to grab. Place the bond. Drop, output. And then what I will do, just to guarantee synchronicity, is go there. So now, if you look, you can watch things from this scene here. Now I made one bit of a boo-boo here. There's no output pipe. So we need to go right there. And now this should work in theory. Alright, so that's going again, it's getting connected. Now you can see the little output capsule going to the ship. And good. Again, how some of these people did this in shorter cycles and such, I have no idea. So now we have 2 reactors I'm going to have to program. If you're really crazy, you can sometimes do these with less than the recommended reactors. Oh boy. So the idea is oxygen and... oh boy. Alright, so hydrogen needs to bond to carbon, one on both sides. Oh boy. But this needs to happen first. This will give me CO2. Or just CO, I should say. Goes over. Oh boy. I can only input 1 hydrogen at a time. And these pipes can't connect into each other. As in, I can't have hydrogen going into the same pipe as the oxygen. Or can I? Oh, that ain't gonna work. This won't work. This has to connect to each other. There's just no way around it. Have an idea here. Once this is in, basically hydrogen either needs to connect to the carbon first, or it has to connect to the carbon, to the CO. I can't connect anything more, though. That's the downside. That's the easy part. But now you have to figure out how to make all this work. Alright, so again, input A, insert this right here. Alright, so I need OC. Oh, that's just telling me it's just switching the reactors. Never mind. Oop. There we go. This will add 2 bonds. So this works. You can see it's waiting for the item to get there. 1, 2, move it back along. Wait a minute. Why did that not stop at that other sink? Oh. I see the problem. There we go. That should work. At least for this part. So that combines. Now it's waiting. Alright, so that's one reactor done. But now comes the tricky part. How are we going to combine output, so it's going to do carbon monoxide. And now we just have to combine them somehow. This is always going to need 2 hydrogen. Let's move this over here. So if I place this here, I need to move 2 hydrogen onto either side, and then bond them, and then move the whole thing along. So to come up, and then around to complete this. I'm pretty sure when I played this the last time that this puzzle is where I got completely stumped. Alright, so... I just want to see this. It actually has to produce the carbon monoxide. There, as you can see, it's coming there. Okay. So now... is that what I want? That should actually be good. I will say this, if you can figure this game out, it makes you feel smarter for doing it. Okay. So if you can see what I'm trying to do, I want to move 2 hydrogens here, here. That will bond them, and then start this up as formaldehyde. But now comes the tricky part. Okay, so this is going to grab it. No, actually, it'll be better if we start here. Now it's going to come around. I'm going to tell it to drop it here. Come back up. It's going to input it again. Then I'm going to tell it to bond, which in theory should add the 2. Place a sink over here, a sink here. That will give me the formaldehyde, which then needs to come over here. And then one more sink to start the pattern over. And we shall see if this works. And again, we can look at this from the micro level or the macro. Alright, so now that will bond, syncs it up. Oh! And I think we solved it. Because after this, it's going to go over here with the formaldehyde. So, as you can see, you really have to think in terms of micro and macro planning in order to solve Spacechem. So you can watch my machinations in action here. Now that's going to finish up the formaldehyde. Moves it up there. That's going to outputs it, sends it to our ship. Oh, and you can see how the hydrogen is being held up here as we're waiting. Because it will only be able to send stuff out if there is room. Alright, let's fast forward. Again, not the most optimal solution, but it worked. And thankfully, no one was crazy enough to solve this with one reactor. And for those of you who don't know, this game has boss battles. I'm not joking. There's actual boss fights in Spacechem that you have to deal with. Because of course there are. Alright, here's another story. Now we're back to the normal play, but as you can see, it's gotten a lot more complicated. So carbon God. Carbon needs to combine with carbon and then hydrogen. Josh machinations. Thank you. Alright. Here's a thought. But there's a problem with that. Now another you can do, another potential strategy, place them where you need them, and then basically send the Waldos up and around to do other stuff. Boss battles have time limits as well as advanced features. I've only done one and I can't even remember what that one was all about. No, that's not going to work. HC needs to combine, so CH and CH need to work. And then the two C's have to work as well. Oh, hi, PC. Could that work? One, two, three. Then come back around for hydrogen and hydrogen. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. This grabs that. 1, 2, 3. Then I need to combine them further. 1, 1. I blame you for all of this, El Gordo, for everything that I'm doing right now. Me and my big mouth of saying, let's all play Spacechem for the night. It will be so much fun. Although, to people who are very much program logic inclined, I'm sure this is a lot of fun. It very much goes with that kind of thinking. And again, like Shenzhen IO and TIS-100, that's basically high-level programming in a nutshell. Alright, so that will grab, that grabs. So the C and the C go here. Then I need H, and then H. Now, as long as this is grabbing something, it doesn't matter where it's holding on to, as long as it's holding on to one part of the compound. So this places it here, this places it here. So I'm going to just drop them off here. We don't even need to sync. It's not important right now. Actually, I don't think it's even important to sync at all. Oh boy. Now for the fun part. I have to mix these wires up. I was saying, I put myself, yeah, I did put this into it. Yeah, we don't need to pause right now. There's other commands that will become available. So, this puts it here, this puts it here. Now, what I want to do is we need to combine 3. This will give us the carbon tri. Oop. Let's try that. Oh wait, my mistake. There we go. Let's just do this. Alright, so that grabs that. That grabs that. Now they both get dropped off there. That's how we get the tricarbon. I could be slime ranchering. Well, I think I'm almost done with slime rancher too. Okay. So that puts that there. Now I need to take red. Now if it does 2, I can either do that. Oh boy. This over 1. Thankfully we don't have to put like infinite things on. Or there is a limit, we can't just keep adding the bonds. Okay, so in this arrangement, blue will get its hydrogen first. So I'm going to input A. That will grab it. We'll send this back over here, come down and go there. Now we're going to input another hydrogen, grab that. Oh, you're going to love this little wiring right now. Go there. Come around. Activate the bond, which will grab it. come back up here. And I have absolutely no idea this will even work. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think we need a sink here. There we go. Now that should go 1, 2, 3. That syncs up, which gives me the time to grab that. He's gonna go... Oopsie. And you place a grab and drop there. And I hope this works. Okay, so that grabs that. That drops that off. That bonds it all. Oh. So one rotation. Or maybe not. Maybe this will work. Again, the fewer symbols we use, the easier or the better the solution it is. So that grabs that. Good. And then this syncs the cycles back up. And I think we're good. Someone did this in less than 100 cycles? Oh boy. H. Ooh. So that's the arrangement that I need. You can also move, rotate, and add again for some even more insanity. Moves it over here, here. H. And your third H. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Alright. Input. Grab. Let's do that for optimization. Okay. This grabs the nitrogen. Well, I hope this works. Okay, so that drops that. Okay, so there's this part of the equation done. Oh, I did it again. Okay. So that's done. Now from here, I need this to come back around. Now you want to see the boss battle? I don't know if we can get to it here, but we'll try. That grabs and drops it again. Come back up. Form a sink. So in theory, this will come over here, place it here, come back up, place it here, and then wait for further orders. This comes here, grabs that. Now, or it drops it, I should say. Now I need him to come up here. Input and grab. It's going to come over here. Oh wait. Wait a minute, I can just do this. Come over here. Do the bond. Come back up. Here, here, here. And then another sink to lock it home. I don't know. Where did it fail? Alright. That goes there. Okay. I see the problem. I forgot we need another input A. I'm going to need another sink. But I need to watch this so I know where I need to set it up. So that locks that. There. So sink here. And a sink there should do the job. Alright, so that inputs that. Now it's going to wait. Drop, sink, grab. Oop. One over will do the job. And I think we got it. If you can figure out how the sinks apply to your operation, that's what's going to be key to winning. I think later we will get and or conditionals. There we go. And just like in programming, you mess up one command and the whole thing stops working. There we go. Now that will sync up. Yeah, definitely not the most optimal solution, as you can see. Ooh. Oh boy. So, OH is the name of the game here. But I also need to break the bond of O2. Alright, so that inputs. This will break the bond immediately, and then we're good. But now... Oh boy. This could be a problem. Both of these have to go through. But at the same time, oh boy. Once this is broken, oh my goodness. That breaks that up easily. Just had a thought here. That breaks that. I can then break hydrogen as well. Right now I'm just testing things to see how it goes. Okay, so that does that. So it's going to hold on to 1H. How am I going to combine them? There. Hi, Jordan. You're thanks for coming on. You're kind of in the middle of my little Spacechem think section. Usually we have more exciting games on the channel, but while I'm waiting for West of Loathing to release, I figure try to stimulate my brain. Alright, he's asking if you have any discussions on endgame goals or content. I guess, what do you have in mind there? Like, are you thinking about like things to reward the player with, or what should be considered endgame content? Oh good, we're gonna have a game design discussion while I'm playing Spacechem. Okay. If only I had like 2 more of these, right? Damn you, Zach Barth. If Zach's watching this, I hope he's getting a good chuckle out of this. Okay, so this grabs that. It gets placed here. But if I move this over here... Now, I need to grab this no matter what. There's a thought. Once this is done, It gets rotated. Lock. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, one of the challenges with that kind of endgame content is it's gotta be moving enough to keep someone going through it. Like, I have a problem with Diablo 3 that I just find the endgame lacking once I get set gear because there's no more meaningful progression there. Rotating. My old nemesis. Okay, so that goes there. That gets locked. So in theory... There's a thought. Place that here. Now once it gets there... No, it won't work like that. Do a 3x3. The only problem is that I have to remove those bonds first, because Oxygen can only have 2 bonds at the same time. Hydrogen can only have 1. See, get the arrangement right. And this is not going to work. Of course not. Okay, so... Nope. It's gotta be right here. That removes it. No, that's not gonna work either. There's gotta be a way to merge to get this. Once that's down to 1, then 1 bond's there. I have to rotate this. That's the only way this is going to work. Wait a minute. This goes here. No matter what happens, it has to be rotated. So I can't see doing this otherwise. Basically, it goes up, gets one, rotates, gets the other one. So this solves that. Now from here, I need to somehow get one oxygen connected there, rotate it, get a second oxygen connected to the other side. Man, where's XP when I need him? What's our time? We're approaching an hour and a half in. I can kind of cheat here to show off what a boss fight's like on the other file. In fact, you know what? How did I solve this? How the hell is it? I'm looking at my own work. I don't even know how I solved this one. Huh. So that gets locked. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we did it, because I don't think I would be resolving that one. So this is the boss fight. So the idea is you have to fill up the oxygen tanks, which will then explode and do damage to this guy before he gets to our base over there. Wait, why did that not work? Wait, I thought I solved this one. And this is the if-then option that becomes available. So you set different storage tanks up. And it goes around like that. 1 versus 1 auction and boss fight sounds like life. Let's see. Ah. wait, I think I see. I need to set the commands here. So if it's D, it goes down to this one. And the idea is we need to fill up each one so that it explodes when the tank is there to do damage. And then it blows up. And then I have to switch to the other command. And then I just gotta hit each one of those until the whole thing pops. Oh my goodness. I still want to look at this one again, how I cracked it the last time. I'm pretty sure I must have looked up the solution. That drops that. We should probably switch to another game before the smoke comes out of my ears. So that gets locked. But yeah, without having, I think, people on who know what they're who know about this game, I don't think I'm going to be solving this one anytime soon. So I think we will switch to another game to round out the evening. I was thinking about trying out that Tanglewood game, Age of Empires. Thorn, he always wants me to play that one. But yeah, maybe next time when we have a break, we will attempt Infinifactory and show that one off. And then we have the twosome of TIS and Shenzhen. But yeah, Spacechem is a very interesting game. It did not do well in terms of people actually managing to beat this one. And again, a lot of it is because the advanced complexities of solving these puzzles are never really outlined. The game basically requires you to go from A to D, essentially, in terms of tracking it. And as a bit of a fun fact, there's a Team Fortress promotional for this game involving Mustachium. That if you complete all 3 puzzles, you get a special crafting item for Team Fortress 2. Taking place in the mysterious land of Australia. And XP's from Australia too. This would have been perfect for him. For him to be on for this one. And then there you can create your own puzzles. But yeah, this is one of those games that you will either solve every puzzle in this game like it's nothing, or you will get stumped and you will never figure this one out. I do also want to show off Ironclad Tactics at one point, because that is a really... It's a CCG mix... It's kind of hard to explain. I think card-based tactics may be the best explanation. But let me check. I'm also not going to cut this up just because I just don't think there's enough interest in cutting this up into multiple pieces. Oh, I just got the trading card of the final boss of Spacechem. And you fight a giant pyramid spaceship that you have to manage weapon and defense systems using the reactors. And at that point, you basically just want to tell Zach off. To anyone who actually managed to get that far, though, without cheating. But let's switch to another game. And I need to drink probably an entire bottle of water just to cool my head off. So I will be back in hopefully 10 minutes, and we'll see what I can play. If you're new, thank you so much for watching. I know this is not exactly the most exciting game for streaming, but usually the games we have on are a lot more interesting, or a lot more audience exciting at least. So be sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Check back for daily discussions on game design here and on Game Wisdom, where we examine the art and science of games. Next time we have another peaceful night, we'll load up Infinifactory and try that one out. But I'll be back in a few minutes with something at least a little bit more exciting to watch. Until then, have a good, I guess, next 10-15 minutes.